Hey everybody, Livingston here, and today we're jumping into another Twilight Zone episode. This time it's episode 27, The Big Tall Wish. Never seen this episode before, and yet again, I don't know what it is about these Twilight Zone episodes, but I felt like I watched a bunch of them as a child, and I guess like I haven't watched as many as I thought. Maybe I've watched 30 or 40 episodes total, I'm not sure, but that's not that much in comparison to how many is actually out there, which is in the mid-100s. So let's jump into this one and see what we're getting into.
It is an area which we call the Twilight Zone.
Tilt down. Main event, Bolly Jackson, St. Nicholas Arena. This must be boxing. Bolly Jackson tries comeback tonight. Rules underdog in 10 rounder versus Consiglio.
Prize fighter named Bolly Jackson.
Bolly Jackson.
3 pounds and an hour and a half away.
Hope he does it.
Profession is an aging, over-the-hill relic of what was. Bolly Jackson, who might do well to look for some gentle magic in the hard-surfaced glass that stares back at him.
Scarred up face. Got a boy? It's eating.
Pick him up by the tail and throw him right up into the 9th row.
You're looking sharp. I'd yell so loud you'd hear me all the way to St. Nick's.
And you want to know what he's done, where he's fought? You read it in his face. He's got the whole story cut into his flesh.
You definitely have a story.
St. Louis fought like Henry Armstrong. All hands and arms, just like a windmill all over you.
You can see the makeup, prosthetics on his face, you know, but whatever, it's early.
And move south, Henry.
Early makeup.
Boy got me up against the ring post. He did this with his laces.
Rough.
Tired old man.
You don't look that old.
Tired old man. Trying to catch a bus.
Very down on his luck.
Left.
Whatever that means.
I'm gonna make a wish. I'm gonna make a big, tall wish. And you ain't gonna get hurt none either.
This is the Twilight Zone, though. I feel like something bad's gonna come out of this wish.
I'm gonna make a wish, Bolly. So don't you be afraid, Bolly. Understand? Don't you be afraid.
Okay.
Bully, that boy's got you in a shrine.
This guy deserves a happy ending.
I don't fit no shrines, Francis. But you tell him, Francis, you tell him how much I'm obliged to him for his wish.
Why, just the other night,
What? He was wishing you were my daddy.
I needed $15 for the rent. Henry said he was going to make the big, tall wish.
Yeah?
That's what he calls the most important kind. And a woman I did some nursing for on the island sent me a check. A check for $15.
Little boys.
You never know. I mean, you do so much goodwill, after a while, you think it'd be paid back to you. I know it doesn't seem that way sometimes, but sometimes you have to wait longer than you think.
He's all ready. Butt it out, will you, Thomas? I want to breathe.
Yeah, this one, I don't know what's going to happen here. I feel like he's going to get the wish, but I also feel like something else is going to come out of it. I mean, it's the Twilight Zone. There's only been like maybe, 1 or 2 happy endings in this entire show so far that I've seen in this season. I just don't know. I hope this is one of them, because this is one of those characters where I'm like, he needs something good.
And the less chance they got to get it.
How'd I get you tonight?
Oh, I'm a bargain bully. I'm an expert on has-beens.
Another jerk.
Guaranteed 2 rounds each. Shovel them in, shovel them out, sew them together for the next time.
A month or so from now, maybe I'll sign you at the back door. 2, 3 prelims every month. You can do that standing on your head.
Yeah, but he wants the win.
You stink, Thomas.
You tell him, Cham.
Jackson, 10 minutes.
I don't know. Is he going to be knocked down in this round?
What do I watch out for? I only seen this boy fight once. That was a couple of years ago.
The guy looks like a William Dafoe. He's got the same structure.
You piece of garbage, you. To help me and then bets on the other.
I always wonder how shady things are for real in boxing and other sports, you know, like how often are things thrown or the players actually toss a game for their owners that place a bet, you know? I don't know. Always makes you wonder if things are like pre-planned. Oh man. See, you know, if you just held your temper. If you just held your temper. Sticks and stones and all that.
Gotta go in the ring with 4 busted knuckles.
Okay, Jackson, you're on.
I got my other hand. I'll just fight him with one. And block with the other.
Oh, poor little Henry Temple.
Well, if you use it enough, you can hit it to the point where it feels numb, but at the same time, you'll probably injure it more.
Nothing. There ain't no such thing as magic.
I got this. Boley Jackson. I don't know. This is kind of taking a downward spiral. I'm kind of wondering what's going to happen. Is he actually going to get his wish and he's going to be like, oh my God. That's the whole twist at the end. There's always a twist.
Another right.
Ooh, we got the guy doing that. Shadow boxing. Ooh. Ooh.
Consiglio moves it on.
Come on, man. Do something. He made a wish. It needs to happen. Oh, he's just standing, just getting pummeled. It's like meat in a grinder right now. Oh, down. I like that POV, though. That was pretty good.
Bowling!
What happened? It's like he paused time or something. That's crazy. Huh, they switched spots. We're only halfway through the episode, so...
You done dandy, Boley.
You were wrong. Just bruised, I guess, huh? Gee, it hurt like anything, but somebody said I got him with it.
The kid wished so hard, he ended up getting it.
Well, who said it was?
You said. Felt like it, too. Could have sworn it was bro. And then when he knocked me down,
What?
What happened?
When he what?
He didn't knock you down.
I don't even remember getting up. The next thing I knew, there he was at my feet.
You didn't get knocked down, Boley. You was never off your feet.
This is a good one.
I wasn't off my feet?
It just switched spots. So did the other guy end up breaking his hand or something?
Good night, old timer. I'm proud of you.
I mean, I'd be wondering if he's gone senile. If a punch or two didn't knock a little screw loose.
You were just great, man. Just wonderful.
Great, Boley. We've seen you on television. You were real.
Thanks, guys. Does anybody have a videotape of it? Because I'd love to see the replay. Does the kid remember what was actually happening?
What do you say, Henry Temple? You know, I must have really been punchy there for a second, because I thought he had me on my back.
He did.
Lying there looking up at the ref, waving his arm down on me. That must have been some kind of a dream or something, because...
No, it wasn't. And he seems sad about it.
Henry.
What is Henry not telling him?
I was never off my feet.
Was I?
Henry, I never went down.
I guess you did.
Was I on my back and on my way out?
Yep.
Nobody remembers it.
Henry does.
Nobody at all except me. I thought I was lying there on my back being counted out.
I wish it was never knocked down. I wish real hard. It was magic, Boley.
Mm-hmm. It has to be.
If you wish hard enough,
Somebody
and
gotta
then
knock it out of you, don't they? Somebody gotta
It'll
take you
stay
by
that
the
way.
hair
Man, I mean, he remembers it. The kid remembers it.
from wishing. And all I gotta show for it is a face full of scars.
What is he going to wish for now?
You trying to tell me it was magic that made me get up off my back?
Yeah.
If you don't believe, Boley, it won't be true. That's the way magic works.
Listen,
It's a good rule.
I was the #1 out there, and it was me who done it. Me.
That's what it's bothering him. He wants the notoriety. He wants to know that he actually did it, not that it was a wish, that he's still capable.
I'm too old, and I'm too hurt to believe. Henry, there ain't no such thing as magic.
Boley, you got to believe. Believe.
I can't.
You got to.
What is going to happen here? Oh, he's going to switch spots with him. Going to switch back. Yeah. There you go. You lost because you didn't believe. And I thought I was going to get a good ending here with him. Or there's still a possibility.
How come you didn't use your right?
Broke my hand, man. What's Henry going to say to him now?
Can I see him?
Sure. I expect he's waiting for you, Boley.
Yes.
I'm real sorry.
I pulled a rock, Henry.
You look like a real tiger. I was proud of you, Boley. I was real proud.
Well, it's still good to him. This old boxer should end up with his family, really.
Boley?
Tomorrow we'll go to a hockey game, and we'll get some hot dogs in the park, me and you.
That'd be nice. Boley? I ain't gonna make no more wishes, Boley. And there ain't no such thing as magic.
Yes, there is.
Or maybe there is magic. And maybe there's wishes, too. I guess the trouble is there's not enough people around to believe.
That's true.
Good night, boy.
Good night, Boley.
Make another wish, kid.
Mr. Boley Jackson, who left a second chance lying in a heap on a rosin-spattered canvas at St. Nick's Arena. The strange and perverse disinclination to believe in a miracle. The kind of miracle to come from the mind of a little boy, perhaps only to be found in the Twilight Zone.
Good episode. I actually really enjoyed that episode. That was a fun one to me. It reminded me a lot of a movie called Sliding Doors with Gwyneth Paltrow. It came out in the late 90s. And in it, it was like about a moment in time that made her have two different journeys. And it basically shows what happened for real and what happened if she ended up missing the train compared to if she made the train. And it basically shows the parallels of these stories throughout the entire movie from that point on and what would have happened. And this kind of reminded me of it. If he ended up winning the fight, he turns out he just didn't believe in himself at the very end of it. And that's what made him basically lose the wish. But in that reality, people were cheering him on. He was a winner. The boy thought he was a winner. But when he lost, it showed that the people didn't weren't excited for him. They were a little aggravated about him. Probably somebody lost a bet on him, I'm sure. That one guy who was very aggravated, he's like, why didn't you throw your right? You know, so it was just, I really was cheering on this guy, but I think in reality for him losing the fight because he was really at the end of his career as a boxer. They portrayed him to be an old man. He's had his scars. He just was weathered and beaten. And it was a sad reality for him. And it just seemed like he kind of came to terms with that fact that he was done. And he seemed like he was happy walking into that apartment to see Henry there in bed and actually kind of content with himself that he lost. It wasn't like he was sad or beat down from it. He didn't really show any kind of animosity whatsoever. And then when Henry was like at the very end saying, yeah, maybe there isn't any magic, it's like, no, there is magic. I mean, he ended up turning around and saying, no, there is magic, it's just not enough people believe in it. And I think that was the moral of the story, keep an open mind about things, and maybe you can keep those dreams and keep those realities, I suppose. But it ended on a happy note, I think, because I think it showed that the way he was going in life with this family, with the mother, maybe they would end up together at some point because he's going to take them out the next day. And hey, that seems like a start to a different kind of life or a different chapter in his. So it was kind of a bittersweet ending in that way. But let's go and see what we can get into when it comes to the trivia and what it took to make this show a reality. After airing this episode with its nearly all-black cast being revolutionary for American television, the Twilight Zone 1959 was awarded the 1961 Unity Award for Outstanding Contributions to Better Race Relations. Ivan Dixon would go on to portray Sergeant Kinchole on the popular World War II POW series Hogan's Heroes. In 1997, Kim Hamilton married Werner Klemperer, who played Colonel Klink on Hogan's Heroes. I'm sure I massacred that last name. Real-life boxer Archie Moore was considered for the role of Boley. Ivan Dixon and Stephen Perry would act together again in 1961 motion picture A Raisin in the Sun, 1961. We actually said the title of that movie for... Ivan Dixon worked with Walter Burke again in a 5th season episode of the series Hogan's Heroes called The Safecracker Suite. Dixon was a regular on the series while Burke made a guest appearance. Well, that's it for episode 27, The Big Tall Wish. Tune in next week for another episode of The Twilight Zone. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to keep on trucking with us and heading on that road to episode 156. Until next time, see you later.
Fears and the summit of his knowledge. This is the dimension of imagination. It is an area which we call the Twilight Zone.